Hi all, hope you're well. I just had a weird urge to film, so I think you've got to go with those urges. So I just set up really quickly and I'm here, I'm back. Sorry I've been away for a while, but sometimes you've just got to listen to what your brain and your body's telling you, just take a break, and I very much needed that. So I'm going to try and listen to it a bit more and just film when I really need to or really want to, rather than forcing myself to do it. Today I thought I'd do a favourites video because it's quite an easy one for me to ease myself back into YouTube, and it'd be nice to share with you things I've been loving lately. So, where should we start? First up, this steamer. I asked for it for Christmas. It's by Tefal. I think we got it from Argos. Basically, I find it really off-putting, the prospect of getting the ironing board out and the heavy iron, and it's just really tiring for me. So I thought that what I do is not iron my clothes whenever I do a wash. I just have the steamer so that when I go to wear something, I can just give it a once over, get all those creases out, and yeah, I just thought it would be a nice energy saving thing to own. And I use it on my backdrops as well. When I'm filming YouTube videos, it's so easy to use and it heats up in about 40 seconds, if that. It is quite heavy, but luckily, because it's so efficient, you don't have to be using it for long, and I still think it's less energy wasting than using an ironing board. A bit dark, let me just sort the lighting out a bit. Ooh. I don't know if that's any better, but there you go. Beauty-wise, I've really been loving this highlight palette by George Asda. As you can see, they've got different shades, so depending what your base colour of your skin is and what sort of highlight you like. I've done a review on the blog, so I'll go a bit in depth about that. The only thing I'll say is there's probably not a shade that's good for really dark skin, which is a real pity. Although the Goddess one could look lovely, but it's quite, the colour payoff is extremely big on this one. It's very pigmented, which is lovely, but you've just got to be a bit careful with it. But when I'm tan, which will happen at some point, I will enjoy using that one. But for now, I'm mainly sticking to these ones. And it's really nice for how much it is. And the fact it's Georgia Asda, I think it's a really great little palette. Skincare, because my skin's been like the best it has in ages, minus the few allergic reactions which you've seen on my Insta stories, but on the whole it's been behaving quite well. And I put it down to some new skincare I've been using. First up is a brand called Formula 10.0.6, which you'll actually seen that I've had on my Instagram a few times. And originally it wasn't a sponsored post, I was just reviewing it. And then they wanted to work with me on a sponsored post, and I was like, great, because I had already written a very glowing review and genuinely liked it. So that's the perfect sort of sponsored relationship to have. They sent me a bunch of products, but I think this is my favourite. This is a 3 times Sublime 3-in-1 blockhead 3-in-1 blackhead wash, scrub and mask. It's got pink grapefruit and jojoba, you know what I'm trying, that word. What's good about it is I'm quite a lazy groomer, lazy beauty person. I can't be dealing with faffing with a million products. But this one, you can wash with it, you can scrub with it, so do your weekly exfoliation, and wear it as a mask. So it's like multi-purpose, which is right up my alley. Next up, my favourite recent discovery is a brand called My Rue. And I came across these because I put on my Insta stories that I was really struggling with winter skin. Like, it's been so dry and like flaky and cracky and just dull and lifeless. And someone got in contact with me saying, we'll send you some bits. And it was this company, and they're vegan, they're cruelty free, I think they're organic. They're pretty much everything you would want a beauty brand to be. And I've just gotten on so well with the products. This one is the Gentle Cleanser, and it comes with a cloth. But I've also been enjoying their serum, which is like an oil. I just want to say that if you're someone that has spots, you might have been like me and been a bit scared of anything that's like oily, because you think, why am I going to put oil on my face which is already too oily? That doesn't make sense. But it's actually done wonders, and my skin just feels so much more nourished and looked after and alive. So yeah, I can't recommend My Rue enough. Not just for their like kindness and the way they approach making the products, but just because they're effective as well. So TV wise, oh God, I watch a lot of TV, so I could be here for hours. So I'll just do what I've been watching recently and what I've been enjoying very recently. So yesterday I was watching Girls. HBO gave me this box set, I think it was last year at an event, and Girls was a series I always wanted to watch, but I never had the right channels. So I'm finally getting around to it. I think I'm on season 6 now, and I've really enjoyed it. It's very rude, and they say things that people don't usually dare to say in TV shows, like very honest things about, you know, your lady parts, about smells, about sex, just the harsh realities of life, basically. And I really enjoy how just, yeah, open and it goes there, if you know what I mean. I don't obviously agree with everything Lena Dunham has said, but separating her from the show, I've really enjoyed the show. It's probably going to be one that I'll rewatch at some point as well. And another series, another one that I'm late to the party on, is Mad Men. I finally got round to watching Mad Men on Netflix, and I absolutely adored it. It was one of those things that I'd get excited to watch each day. I'd just binge on it episode after episode, never got bored of it. I love so many of the characters. I now love John Hamm. I never thought I would love John Hamm, but pretty much obsessed with him now. Yeah, it's so interesting because it goes through a period of time where a lot of important things happen, like Marilyn Monroe dying, you know, JFK being shot, racism, obviously that's still going on, but like there's so many historical moments that are captured in the series as well, so there's that element on top of just the story of the characters as well. So I just loved it, and the styling and the sets and everything. Oh, just loved it. Cinema wise, I've seen a lot of good films recently. Sometimes you go through a patch where some of the screenings are just like a bit meh, but I saw A Quiet Place the other day and I absolutely loved it. I'm not a big horror fan, but this film, it just felt a bit more sophisticated, it felt intelligent. It was a really interesting concept. I like the direction, I like the use of sound. I just really liked it. I think I'm going to go and see it again next week, actually. So some foodie things. Some beautiful friends of mine sent me this, The Goodness Project, like care packaging, and it was full of vegan treats, which as you can see, I've demolished them. I tried to do a little review of most of them before I made my way through the whole box, so head to my blog for the rundown. But I think my favourite thing from the box is this Vigo bar, which is, how do they describe it? So whole hazelnut chocolate bar, and it's the closest tasting thing to actual chocolate without it being dark chocolate. And the hazelnuts are nice and crunchy and chunky. Yeah, it's just glorious. I'm actually going to have a bit now. I did like these sour cream and onion cashews. Quibbles. Oh, by the way, this is all vegan stuff. That's the point. It's all vegan, so it's introduced me to lots of nice new brands. Some I liked, some I liked less, but it's all good to know. So, because like things like this, they're not cheap. I went into Whole Foods once and put it in my basket and quickly removed it once I saw how much it was. But now I've tried it and know that it's probably worth it for a treat every so often. Clothes-wise, I've discovered a new favourite shop. I don't know why I've ignored it till now, but it's Pull and Bear. I kind of put it in the same realms of like Stradivarius, is that how you say it? Bershka, that sort of style. And so I've got these dungarees. I've been wanting some comfy dungarees for ages. They're quite loose in the legs, so they're super comfortable. So I did get some from Misguided a while ago, and they're really fitted, and you can't sit down, you can't bend down, and you get real chafage, whereas these are nice and loose, proper comfy. I thought in summer as well you can wear your bikini underneath and go to the beach if you go on holiday. I also got this denim jacket from there as well, which I thought if I do get to go to LA for this wedding that I'm hoping to go to LA for at the end of the summer, then this will be pretty cool for the pictures too. Oasis very kindly sent me some bits recently, and I think my favourite is this wrap dress. There's some really like popular Instagram brands that have had these kind of ruffled or red statement dresses. You'll know who I mean if you're a fashion Instagram follower. But they're just a bit out of my price bracket. But I've loved the look, and I think everyone should have a classic red dress, and a wrap dress particularly, because it's just so flattering. And I absolutely love this one. It's a very stretchy material, so it's incredibly comfortable. It's got a slight looseness to the fit, so you don't feel too like wrapped up. Yeah, I just think it's really nice quality, really nice fit, super comfortable, and it's, yeah, £40, so it's much more affordable than a lot of them. So I really love that. I like what it says on the label. It says, warning, I may attract compliments, which is nice. So love that. And then also this faux suede trench from Zara. I'll put a picture up of it somewhere here. I actually just tried it on a whim. I wasn't planning on getting it. I wasn't looking for anything like it. You know, sometimes you put something on and you're like, this just feels right. This is me. And it just felt so lovely. Like it fitted perfectly. It had a really nice weight to it. Felt good quality. And it's just so versatile because it goes with everything. And it's not like a normal coat trench where it looks like you're wearing a coat. This can be worn more as just part of an outfit because it's a bit thinner and because of the material. I don't know, I just love it. And it comes in other colours as well. So if you don't like this sort of tan colour, I think they had a black and a khaki as well. And this I'm going to be able to wear for years and years because it's never going to go out of fashion, which is a bonus. Finally, it's those surprise things that turn up and you don't expect them and they just make your day a little bit better. Amy sent me a package and it had some sleek makeup in it, and then it had some prints courtesy of her boyfriend, including this one which I've already framed. Look, it's Morrissey. And did I say a pin already? I think I did say a pin already. Surprise post is one of my favourite things, like when something arrives and you're not expecting it and it just makes you realise that people are thinking of you. You just feel a bit like you've had a nice little cuddle, and that's really nice. And it's even better when it's stuff that you genuinely love as well. And I love anything like arty, that's always welcome here. Oh, I thought one more thing. Okay, these weren't for me, these were for my mum, but I've really enjoyed seeing these kind of wildflowers around the house. I just think they're so beautiful and kind of fits in with my free spirit kind of hippie side to me. I just love things that look like they might have been picked and then someone's danced around a field with them. Do you know what I mean? Oh, I haven't done any music favourites. Ooh, at the moment, I think I've generally been listening to Tame Impala, Joni Mitchell. Yeah, I think they're the major two at the moment. I'll put a link to my favourite videos of theirs in the link below, the box below. Yeah, I'm going to go now. Oh, I've talked too much again. Okay, thanks for watching. Leave me a comment, say hello, let's chat. Hope you're okay, and I'll see you in a video soon.